Hello, welcome to the channel. Today is Easter weekend, Saturday, sunny day but windy. We're going to revisit the bunker, the nuclear bunker, not so secret, and we're aiming for Castleton, which is just opposite. So we're just entering the village of Castleton, which is in the Esk Valley on the North York Moors. Off road now. Aerials are already up at the bunker. It looks like there's a few people here. So here we are, the bunker. It's a bit windy. We've got quite an innovative antenna there, a fishing rod attached to a beach caster. Apologies for the wind. So that's running an end fed, I think. We've got another end fed over there. Another one on that telegraph pole. A handy diesel heater to keep warm.
So you can hold on to that, it'll wobble a little bit, but that's it. And then what you do is you just step over onto the ladder. So yeah, the bunkers were in operation during the Cold War. This one was stood down in 1981. They were manned by the Royal Observer Corps. That was a group of volunteers. They were not part of the armed forces, they were literally unpaid. So there'd be 3 or 4 people down here for 3 to 4 weeks. They'd be on rotation, 2 on, 2 off.
Where did they cook?
The cooking would just be done on here, just on a stove. They do have rations, and apparently they were terrible 40 years ago.
So you're not working your way through those then?
No.
When you need a snack?
Somebody who was one of the volunteers actually said they were terrible 40 years ago, so yeah, we're not opening them up.
Yeah.
They would, obviously they'd be aware the tensions would be high, so that the bunker would be manned already, and then they would get the 3-minute warning would go off. That's the device up there for the 3-minute warning, and it works all the time, but it's silent until they send a tone over it, and then it activates it. It's called the handle device, so you get the code red warning. What they would then do is they would go up to the surface, they would warn the local residents, so they have an air raid siren, and they set the flares off. So they would take the flares up, and then they would come down, batten the hatches, and stay down here. The role of the ROC was to monitor fallout after the blast. They could measure the blast. There's like a pinhole camera up on the surface, which takes 4 pieces of paper, north, east, south and west. The paper's got graduations on, so with the pinhole camera it'll scorch the paper, so they know the height of it and what angle it's at. So then if you triangulate that between the 3 or 4 bunkers in the group, they can pinpoint where it is.
Right.
They can communicate to the rest of the group via the intercom.
BT yellow, Busby and BT.
Busby yellow. So they can talk to the rest of the group via the intercom, and each bunker was in a little group of 3 or 4, and in that group there would be a master bunker. This one is a master bunker, so this one has the radio, the burn death radio. So there's a pump up mast up on the surface that goes up with the antenna. That's the antenna there against the wall.
Yeah.
The pump up mast is in the storeroom toilet. And then they can, if they lose communications, they've got the radio. That's powered. There would be 2 batteries down here. it's got a split charging system with a generator on the surface. So you'd have one battery in use whilst one charges, and then they swap it over. Explosives, high explosives, so they're not allowed to be kept in the bunker.
Right.
So what they had was, for training, they just had a dummy pack.
Right.
In the event of a fallout, somebody had to drive to Durham
What?
and go and collect the actual ones.
Eh?
So
Well, that'd
in
be
the
done by them, wouldn't it?
in the build up, obviously when tensions are high,
Yeah, not the blast, but in the weeks before when it's
Right.
looking a bit dodgy.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
when it starts to look dodgy,
Right.
then they would be issued.
Right.
Desantażu 6, sirena grażynoga. Yankee Uniform 7, Romeo Echo Sierra 59.
So this is your Fogstar 4 cells.
Four cell, 230 amp hour.
No, it's good, isn't it? So that's like mine, but homemade and long ways. Mine's more of a battery size. Yours, you've done a long one.
Yeah, is yours 100 amp hour, yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's over twice the size of yours.
No, yeah, it's good, that, isn't it? Yeah, the toilet's not very inviting.
No. Am I close to the back?
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, apologies for the audio, but I forgot the microphone. It was a great day out. Thanks to Mark and the other Guisborough Club members for setting up the bunker, putting in all the artefacts and removing it at the end of the day. It was a great day out, and thanks to all. 7-3.